Hello, everyone. Welcome to Financeology 101. Class is now in session. The information provided during this podcast is just that, information. You will need to do further research to address your specific situation. Enjoy the session. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another session of Gifted Generations Presents Financeology 101. I'm one of your hosts, Robin Seegers, and the other host is
Elroy Seegers.
Welcome, Elroy.
Welcome, Robin.
Okay, so it's the beginning of a new year. And this time of the year, we always start out the podcast series with a financial review, seeing where you are, how well you did last year, the things you can change. So the last podcast session, we went over three things: financial assessment, that meaning taking a snapshot of your financial picture, seeing things that you did well, seeing things you didn't do so well in, making the adjustments. If you have a positive or negative relationship with money, which means if you have a positive relationship with money, you're saving and you're investing and you're managing your money well. And if you have a negative relationship with money, you're spending it and you're figuring out things as you go. So that's your financial assessment. You get your whole big picture of your finances.
Spot on.
Then you set goals. And we said realistic goals, small goals, make them achievable. You don't want to be too grandiose and you can't achieve it and you just give up. So make baby steps in your process. And you have to go through this like once a month to review the goals you're setting and make adjustments. Don't think you set a plan and forget it.
Correct.
You have to adjust throughout the month or throughout the year.
Yep.
So the next step we have is identify your income and expenses. And most people are like, why I gotta do that? Because especially with expenses, write them down because you can forget things. If you try to track it in your mind, you definitely going to forget things. So write down all your expenses and just keep going through it regularly once a week to make sure you got everything written down, because you don't want a surprise bill that you forgot to write down. Identify any income that you may have come in. All income. It's not just jobs. Income comes from, it's money coming in. So whoever's giving you money, wherever the money is coming from, make sure you have that written down as well.
That's not extra money?
No, it's not extra money. Definitely not, because you need to assign your money. Your money needs to have an assignment.
There's no such thing as extra money.
Right. So those are the first three things we talked about last podcast session.
Okay.
Make sure you do those three things.
All right.
So now this session, we're going to understand. The first thing we want to understand the needs and wants.
All right.
Needs and wants. My needs and wants will look different from Elroy's. Your needs and wants maybe look different from your family members. You have to determine what that is.
Right.
Now, you can't make everything a want, a need. I need these shoes. I need these black shoes for this event when you have black shoes in your closet. I need this game.
You just said some very important. You said something for an event. Sometimes, I need to attend an event. And it's like, you don't need to attend an event.
Right.
Because there's so many things that we think we need to be there for. And you got such priorities. How essential is this to my living? Mm-hmm. If it's like for a job and you're going to get an award, that's different. If you just want to be with the crew, do you really need to be there?
Right.
It's going to cost you money to get your hair done, get your nails done, give me a tuxedo, shoes, all of this stuff. So you really got to make an assessment of where you want to be in the next 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. You really got to take an inventory of your heart a lot of times, because it's like, I don't want people to know a situation, or I don't want to look like I don't have it, or I want to be a part of. That's when you really got to sit down and truly have an accountability partner that's going to say, look, why are we doing these things? I know once we've been doing this for a long time. So when we was younger, we just never had that need to want to fit in.
Right.
We only fit in with each other.
Right.
So we
Right.
didn't let outside influences um, bother us as far as what we should be doing or where we should be. We just didn't.
Right.
Um,
And you know that term you hear FOMO, fear of missing out. That's real.
mhm.
People really feel that. They feel like the party is not going to happen unless they're there, or they're going to miss something unless they're there.
Okay.
But you have to have self introspection where
Mhm.
you looking within yourself to see
Yep.
if you're fulfilled. You, like Elroy said, that event the ticket could cost $100
Mhm.
to get in.
Yep.
However, by the time you finish with getting hair, nails, this, that, you done spend a good $500 on one event.
Yep.
Easy.
Yeah, it should be fear of missing out on your future.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
we want the now. We want the instant gratification.
So you know exactly what you need
Yep.
to survive.
Yep.
But those wants, be careful. Because you don't everything that you want is not a need.
And it does not mean you can't have your wants
Right.
or your desires.
Right.
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 You know, you can have those things. You can have those wants, but you got to first
Manage
satisfy those needs, because without paying for your house, you won't have a house. Without putting gas in your car, you can't get to where we need to be. Without paying for your light bill, you can be burning up a lot of candles. You know, without paying the water bill, you're gonna be stank. You know.
Right. But and you know, I've known people that would use their electric bill or water bill or spend their gas money
Mhm.
so they can go out and have fun, and they'll figure it out later.
Mhm.
That's not the right way to live.
Yep.
That is not, you have to make sure you meet all your needs first.
Yep.
And those wants, if you can manage those within your financial plan, that's good.
Right.
But just remember, they are wants. They're
Right.
not needs.
I also want to say, when it comes to wants versus needs, and you're talking about paying for your bills, there's going to be a time, and it's probably already happened to many of us, there's going to be someone that's going to need some money from you.
Mm-hmm.
That's a need for them. Doesn't mean you have to give them what you need. If you can't afford to give somebody some money, the answer is no. What I mean by that, I've known people to say, well, this is my light bill. Well, I get it back to you in a couple of days, and they don't come through for you. Now you have a hard relationship with the individual. If you can't get that person that money, don't take money from something that you must have to give to something that they must have. It just doesn't work.
Right.
Your must have should be, I have extra to meet your must have.
Right.
It can't be my must have going to take me from me and give it to you. I ain't taking food out of my mouth to give it to somebody else.
And I know I've known someone just like that,
I've known
thinking they were
someone,
doing a good thing,
Mhm.
but then their bills were piling up.
A strange relationship too.
And yes, and their bills were piling up because they kept doing that, thinking they were doing a good thing.
Right.
And then they were looking to someone else to help
Mhm.
them get their electricity turned back on, or what? But because they gave their money away helping someone else.
Yeah.
You, like they say on the airplane when you were a small kid, you got to put your air mask on first before you can put your kids on.
Right. Take
You
care of
have
yourself.
to take care of yourself
Amen.
first.
Amen.
If you don't have the money set aside, like in a savings or emergency fund to set aside to help those people, and when you help them, don't expect for it to be given back.
Right. Amen.
It's a blessing if you get it back,
Yeah.
but just give it to them, just knowing that I may not get it back, and you okay with that.
Yeah.
So you have to meet your needs
Mhm.
first.
All right.
Please meet your needs first, and then you can figure out what the wants and see if you can
Amen.
get some of those things.
All
So
right.
next thing we have is creating your financial plan.
How you do that?
Now you're gonna put all this together. You're gonna track your spending. You're gonna track your income. You're gonna make a list of things that you absolutely need and a list of things that you want.
Mhm.
And you're gonna put that whole picture together and come up with a plan of how you're gonna manage your financial picture for the year. Remember, you're going to make adjustments.
Mhm.
Probably once a week. It could be once a month.
Yeah, because there's certain things that happen during the course of the year, like, car tags. If you live in North Carolina, you got to get your car insured. I mean, not car insured. You got to get paying for your car insurance.
Yeah.
Get your tags done. You got to get an inspection done. So it depends on where you live. It's going to be certain things you got to do every year. If your house is already paid off, you got to pay for the insurance every year. So you got to save money for that. So there's going to be different things throughout the course of the month, throughout the course of the year that you're going to have to save money for. Because, like I said, house paid for, you don't have no escrow. The escrow is you.
Yeah.
You the escrow. So you got to be prepared for those things, as those random things that is going to happen, but they don't happen every month.
Right. And see, that's where the plan comes in, because say the homeowners insurance, or what you would normally pay in escrow is say $100 a month, or which adds up to what, 12,
about 12,000, about 2,000. I mean, it's an amount.
Yeah.
I think I was like 2,000 or something like that. Yeah.
Okay. So you need to say, okay, I need to have $2,000 by December to pay for the property tax and the homeowners insurance. You have to divide it by 12 and save that amount, set that amount aside every month. This is where the plan comes in. This is why we said write things down, because you can see them in your face, in front of you, and you can determine that what you have coming out and what you have coming in. If you have it in front of you written down, you can better manage it. If you're going from memory, most time our memory is not the strongest and we forget things. But when you write things down, you can absolutely see what the financial picture looks like, and come up with a plan on how to meet the needs and get some of the things that you want. So you write it down, like you said, write it down, make it plain in front of you, and plan it out for the year. Now, when I say for the year, you can do it for the month. Just plan it out for the month. Take baby steps.
Because typically what happens when you write your plan down, you're going to forget things.
Yeah.
And as you remember things, you don't put those things down. You may say, groceries, right? Yeah, you're going to get groceries. You don't know how much groceries are going to cost. So you're just going to have an extended amount, $300. And then you realize, okay, groceries $350, not $300. All groceries $250, not $300. So you make that adjustment based on the needs that you have, because prices of food is going up. Gas fluctuates up and down. So those are variable amounts. Your water bill, that's a variable amount. Your house bill, that's a variable amount. Your electric bill, depends on how you do it. If you have equal payment plan, that's going to go up and down in the summer and the winter. Ours EPP, which means equal payment plan, it's the same amount throughout the course of the year, every month. Why do I do that? Because I know exactly how much I'm going to pay every single month.
And those are good plans. You need to check with your utility companies and see if they have those equal payment plans, because the amount is set, and what they do is they make adjustments. Like a year out or 6 months out, they'll make the adjustment. Say you pay too much, then they'll lower it the next year. If you didn't pay enough, they will bump it up a little higher.
Right.
But at least you know that water bill is always going to be $35.27 for the whole year.
Light bill.
Is it water bill?
Don't do water bill.
Huh?
Don't do water EPP on water bill. Okay.
I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
Here, we don't know if other places.
Okay. I thought you used this as a reference. My bad.
No, because we don't know what other places do. I'm just saying, if you're electric,
I wish they would do water bill on EPP. I have to water my grass every month.
Your electric bill, same thing. Just so contact your utility companies and see if they have that. That way, it's not a variable expense. It's fixed for a year, so you know exactly how much is coming out, how much you have to pay. You don't have to guess at it.
And that's based off your usage from the previous 12 months or 11 months. They don't do like the 11th month. So whatever you use the previous 11 months, and like my wife says, a shortage of overage, they'll take that amount and say, pay you less, pay us more type stuff. So it can help or it can hurt, because you see you paying the same amount and you're like, oh, I can just burn this AC up, or I can just burn this heat up. And then next you can be like, why is my bill so high? Big adjustment. Because you burned it thinking that, what's going to be no change, because you don't see that outcome. So you do got to be careful during those times.
Right.
Sometimes it may be okay. Somebody wants to say, I'm going to pay $300 a month for 4 or 5 months. And then in the winter time, I'm going to pay less. I prefer to just be constant across the board, because I can already map it out.
Right.
I don't like too much that's a big variable.
Right.
It's just to me it is. Just to me it is. So.
That's a huge jump.
Yeah.
Yeah. So have your plan, write it down, go over it as often as you need to, make the adjustments. Don't get upset if your goals are too big, and so just make them smaller so you can attain them.
Mini goals, not as MANY, but MIN. Just small ones.
MIN.
N-I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Many
Yeah, not
goals.
M-A-N-Y. Not a lot of goals, but just the small ones. What I mean by that, you want them to be achievable, but not so easy that you achieve them that you feel like, I'm doing great. And you trick yourself. That's fool's gold. So you want to make sure that they are, for instance, let's say every month you have a surplus of $200 a month, right? And you say, you know what, I'm going to say $5 a month. Well, of course you can say $5 a month. You belong 195. So you're going to say, you know what, my surplus is $200 a month. I'm going to try to say 150 of that. And you want to say that's my goal for this month, and you may say 150, you may spend more, something may pop up, flat tire, whatever. So then you say, okay, I achieved that goal. So next month, okay, I know I can say 150 a month. That's a now goal that you can obtain every single month. If it's too high, you lower it. If it's too low, if it's too low, you raise it. If it's too high, you lower it. Okay, yeah. So you do one or the other. But those are what I mean by having many goals. You want to have things that you can achieve, but not so easy that you're going to achieve them. You think success is going to be around the corner. You want to challenge yourself, your goals too. I mean, you want to make sure that you can achieve it. One good goal I always tell people, man, we talk about this every year. Christmas is the same time every year, but every year people put stuff on credit cards. We see the reports on the news all the time. $2.4 billion used on a credit card. We just don't think out in advance. We know people have birthdays. We know there's graduations. We know there's emergencies, but we don't plan for that. It just always baffles me why I want to put just a little bit away. If I got a issue where it's $1,000, if I got $500 away, I don't cut half into my emergency already. It ain't all coming off of totally me. It's still the money that I have, but it's like it's not so big of an emergency. How many people have you seen? I got emergencies. Or you see GoFundMe pages, right? Why? Because people don't store enough for themselves. They want to go. I know this is going to sound crazy. Want to go and borrow somebody else or other people when you have managed your money.
Right.
I've done good managing my money, so let me help you manage yours. And believe it or not, people get offended by that.
Yeah.
People get offended by that.
Because one thing that we tend to do is when people come and ask us for financial help, we ask a lot of questions, because is this going to be a Band-Aid on a bullet wound, or is this really going to help you?
Yep.
Or is it we helping you and then somebody else going to help you next month, and then another person going to help you the following month?
Yep.
Because it's not really helping you.
Yep.
It's just it's hindering you.
Yep.
It's really a hindrance.
Yep.
So we ask a lot of questions, not to be nosy, but to see where
I'm being nosy. Because I want to know where my money going to, so you don't come back and ask for more the next month.
Right. So we want to make sure you have because life happens. I'm not saying life don't happen to people and you get caught off guard. It does, and you trying your best to save, and you trying it happens. Right. And I'm not looking down on that. Yep. No, because every now and then you need help, and that's okay. It's okay, but we're looking at to see if you have the right mindset to get yourself up out of that.
That's it.
That's all. Not to stay in it and keep asking. This month I'm going to ask my cousin. Next month I'm going to ask my auntie. Next month I'm going to ask my grandma. No. At
what point are you going to help yourself? When you're going to help yourself to get up off the ground?
Right.
And we're not saying it's going to be easy. We're just saying sometimes you need a plan to get up off the ground. We ain't always, robbing Peter to pay Paul, because people want their money back.
Right.
Right.
Because I did have a family member that every month was asking, oh, I need help with this bill. I need help with this bill. But they were shopping like nobody's business. And it's like, oh, okay, I'm not working to pay your bills and mine. That's basically my money was accounted in her budget.
Yep.
And I put a stop to it. And it's like, no. You have more clothes, more things than I have. And you keep asking me for money. I'm making sacrifices to save and manage what I have. And you're having a good time, and you're taking my money at the same time to keep your lights on and stuff. No, we can't.
So the budget you create is not money from somebody else. It's what you can afford to have.
Right.
It's not saying, well, I know Rob's going to give me $200 a month, so that's part of my budget. No, it's not. It shouldn't be.
Or if you have your a family member that give you money once a month, don't do that. Don't count that.
Because they stop.
You in trouble. It's a blessing that they can do that for you, but don't count that as part of your budget, because, like he said, once they stop, you in trouble. Because you're relying on an external source.
Next one is your plan.
Now let's put this plan into action.
Mhm.
Y'all, let's put this plan into
Or
action.
she write it down. It's time to make some changes. It's time to.
Yeah.
You can write a budget down all day, every day. Well, unless you actually do something with that piece of paper or with that budget, then you just writing it down. It looks good on paper, but you haven't done anything with it. You're saying I'm gonna save $20 a month, and then you're like, sure, it's good on paper. You know, it makes you feel good, but what have you done to actually achieve that goal?
Right. Right. Right,
So
and work towards it. And you know what? This year, I want us to get to a point where we say, call it a financial plan. Because people think budgeting like, oh my
I mean, if
goodness,
you're
I
strict,
can't
restrictive,
leave.
mm,
Leave. I can't live. I can't do this. I can't. No, your financial plan is what you make it. What you make it.
yep, and it is dictated by what you got coming in and what you got
Right.
going out. It that is a
Mm
dictator.
hmm. Mm hmm.
You know,
But you can make the adjustments to get some of the things you want. You can
mm,
without messing up the entire financial plan.
yep. I mean, it's a small change you got to make. You
Yeah.
know, just I mean, like we're on this fasting, corporate church fasting right now. So I'm not drinking a lot of sodas, right? I love soda. So I'm like, okay, that's just money I've saved from not drinking all those sodas and all those chips, all those things. So now we can see it may be small, but when you take that small, it amounts to a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
$2 here, $2 there, every day is now what in a month's time. You're talking about 60, 80, 100, $120 that we save on snacks.
Mm-hmm.
It adds up.
And you know, I had a coworker a long time ago that she stopped smoking, and what she did is
Put the
she
money
took the
away.
money that she would buy cigarettes, she took it and put it in a jar,
Mm,
and for a whole year. And you know, she had money for a nice vacation for her and her family
mm.
at the end of the year
Too much for that
because
chain smoker.
she
Oh,
saved a lot of money because she quit smoking.
she must be a chain
So
smoker. Wow.
if there's something you do regularly, take that money and put it aside.
Mm. That means I'm gonna stop taking you out on Fridays.
Hey, that's fine with me.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take myself because we're gonna save half price. Sorry, baby. I'm going to movies alone. You watch Netflix. Hey, save money, right? I just been I had no place to come home to, y'all. Oh, split that meal. We used to do that. We used to go to like buy a meal. We used to always and people thought, man, y'all still do that? Like, yeah, because we don't eat a lot of food anyway. So we'll just look at the package of food and we say, what you gonna get? I said, what you gonna get? And we'll combine that meal together. I may get chicken wings, she may get a salad, and we'll split that meal together because I want all the chicken wings and she want all the salad. And for us, it works out.
Yeah, it don't
Yeah,
make sense for
yeah,
us both to get the same thing
yeah.
and have all that food
L-
extra. I just think
Leftover,
it's a
yeah.
waste. I
So,
think it's
and
a
we still do
waste.
that.
Yeah,
We always
we
like, what you
still,
getting? What you
yeah.
getting? I'm gonna get the large, and so I can take some home and I have some extra food for tomorrow. Type of stuff. We always plan it when we go out to make sure we're on the same page when it comes to food. It may sound crazy, but I guess that comes from 35 years of being married. So, all right. Any last words, Rob Bone?
No, that just be excited about what your financial picture look
All
like
right.
for 2025 and get at it, y'all.
All
Get at
right.
it.
All right. Our church is saying this is a year of expansion. Year
Yes.
of expansion.
Expand your mind, expand your wallet, expand your business.
Just don't expand that budget so bad that you can't recover from it.
Right. Expand your walk with God.
Yeah, that's it.
Expand.
All right, now, so our podcast can be listened on our website at giftedgenerations-llc.com/podcast. If you don't want to download any kind of app, just go to our website and you can listen right there live. Replay. We also can be found on Facebook at Gifted Gen LLC. We're also on Instagram at gift.gen, on YouTube is Gifted Generations. Well, so our podcast can be found on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and iHeartRadio at Financeology 101, and our Twitter handle is at Gifted Gen 2019. So always try to tune into us. We have postings every week, right?
Every other
Every
week.
other week, and some are repeats because a lot of things will be said a few times back. It just needs to be replayed to give you a refresher course of what's going on in today's world.
Right. Sometimes we got to hear things more than once.
Right.
So that's why we have it's called Rewind Wednesdays every other Wednesday,
rewind.
so that you can listen to and it's usually on Facebook and on Twitter, so
Yeah.
you can listen again to some of the old podcasts
Right.
and like I watch movies over and over again, and I pick up stuff that I didn't see before. But the same thing with the podcast. You may pick up stuff that you didn't hear before. So
I like what Pastor's saying. He said we're in the right now spirit. So the
yes,
time is right now for you
it's
to
right
make a
now.
change. Not
Right.
tomorrow, not about to, not fitting to, as we say, we fitting to. We in the right now spirit, which means we're going to take care of ourselves, take care of our money, take care of our finances, take care of our future right now. We're going to make changes right now. It's up to you to make that right now change. Not tomorrow, not today, right now.
And we always mention our pastors, and we want to say, give a shout out to Dr. Chapman and First Lady Chapman of Raleigh North Christian Center here in Raleigh, North Carolina. Wonderful ministry, learning, teaching, growing ministry.
Yep.
So we want to make sure we shout them out. So thank you everyone for listening in. And I'm excited that you guys are on that journey to get your finances right for 2025. Like the theme is you're going to thrive in 2025.
The year of expansion. All right. So
All
long.
righty. Have
Take
a good
care.
night.
Bye bye.
Well, thank you for tuning in to our podcast, Financeology 101. I hope you enjoyed this session and the information provided will assist you on your financial journey. Until next time, be financially engaged.